Collect code for Saturday night's live Facebook record sale when you're on and watching. Be sure to let us know by indicating that with a comment. Let's get everything shared, posted. Craig's the first comment. It's usually Craig or Carly. Man, nobody can beat them. Nobody. All right, let's get this shared everywhere. Boom, boom, boom. Let me get the link copied. Go over here. We'll try to do this tonight in record time. Alrighty, let's see here. This. Alrighty. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. Boom, boom. Alright. Let's see here. Okay, there's that post. There's that. Let me jump over here. Comment it here. And on YouTube. We're also streaming on YouTube. Early tonight. Well, no, we're just on time. Go over here to Instagram, get this shared on our story. Post. Story. Did I have a hot picture for tonight? I don't know if I did or not. Well, we'll pick out a generic picture. No, I don't think we did a hot post for tonight, did we? Just all the putbacks and stuff. So. All right, got it shared on our stories. All righty. Now let's pull up the chat. Yeah, it looks like it, or something. I'm not for sure. We'll see. Did you get ministry? Yes, Boontar, we got you for ministry. Let me take these and set them off to the side here. And let's start showing some vinyl. I'm going to actually pull up. Let me grab my other phone. And we might have to pull so we don't accidentally sell out. Let me pull some stuff out of a flip video. So tonight we got a lot of different stuff to show you. We got putbacks, on sale vintage, auctions, CDs, cassettes, CD box sets. Let's see. Let me text a couple people back right quick. All right. Make sure we pull some stuff for some people before I forget. Several things posted. Boy, I've posted already several times today. That's okay though. Yeah, I posted a lengthy video. Let me pull some of these right here. Okay. Alrighty. Tanner, we're gonna tag some stuff from a flip video live, and then we're gonna get some auctions started. All right, so let's go through this. Let's go through this crate right here. I got comments here. First, we need to pull this for Troy Robinson. You probably don't have these on your screen, so just let me know when you're ready to copy. That's sold to Troy Robinson. And let me go ahead and pull a Morgan Wallen Dangerous over here for Allison Campbell. And Brandon Lack on a Slipknot self-titled. Terry Myers wants the Kiss music from the Elder. Let me go ahead and pull that unless somebody's already grabbed it. So I did a new arrivals video, and then usually when I get here, sometimes I go to pull some of these from these flip videos, and they've already sold here in the store, which is okay with me. Sometimes that's what happens. Final Frontier, that's Nirvana. Some of those are over here, or those are more so here. Yeah. Okay, I'll do the rest in just a second. All right, so let's go through this crate first. Red Hot Chili Peppers. Let me figure out where the rest of these Iron Maiden titles are. Were they in this bin? Some crates get moved around, or are they right here? That's Nirvana's. There they are. There's Final Frontier. Red Hot Chili Peppers was over here, I believe. Let me pull some of those. RCHP. I think that was by the way. Boy, we were busy today. I saw, looked at our sales. Maybe if I post a flip video, I should make sure it's pulled out. There it is. That's sold to Austin Cauldron. Herbie Hancock for Michael Potts. I'm just pulling these out so we don't accidentally sell them, and then we might have to. Yeah. Final Frontier. Radiohead. Power Slave. All right, and then I still got to find Music from the Elder for Terry. That might have already sold though, and we'll figure out the other stuff in just a second. Okay, John Mintzmore says he wants the Colt. The Colt. Yeah, no one claimed that in the video. All right, let's go through this crate officially. Sorry, I had to pull some stuff that we had sold. John Miller says he wants a Final Frontier. I think we might have one left after all that, John. Let me see what we got here. Final Frontier. I'll go ahead and tag that one. John Miller, Final Frontier. That was here live. And also John Mintzmore wants the Colt. Yeah, low stock on some stuff already. Okay, so we've got, continuing, we have Motorhead, Kiss of Death. That's on silver vinyl. Motorhead is $36.99. Kiss of Death, $36.99. The Munsters is colored vinyl. That is $31.99. Pumpkin Orange, Black Splatter. Another Motorhead, new for this week. This is transparent blue vinyl. That's Motorizer by Motorhead. Motorhead Motorizer. And Kiss of Death. Those are $36.99 each. Yeah, both $36.99. Morgan Wallen, $59.99. Silver vinyl, Morgan Wallen, $59.99. Slipknot, down to 3. We started this week with 10. That is Slipknot self-titled, $28.99. And the Iron Maiden debut LP. The Iron Maiden debut LP is $29.99. $29.99 for Iron Maiden self-titled. Dropkick Murphys, that is Okama Rising, lyrics of Woody Guthrie. $29.99 for Dropkick Murphys. Avenged Sevenfold. Avenged Sevenfold is $36.99. That is purple vinyl. And we have Nirvana Incesticide. 2 LP. 45 RPM. I don't really think there is another version of Nirvana in print. It's pretty much this or nothing else. There is no like single LP in print or in production. That is $56.99. Savatage is $36.99. Nirvana live at the Paramount, and that is on orange vinyl. $49.99 for Nirvana orange vinyl. That is orange. And then Savatage, Poets, and Madmen, $54.99. The Avenged Sevenfold. The Avenged Sevenfold is Sounding the Seventh Trumpet. Sounding the Seventh Trumpet. If you have Ghost, yellow vinyl, $29.99, and Purple Rain is $31.99. So we have Prince, Ghost, Savatage, Nirvana, Savatage, Nirvana, Avenged Sevenfold, Dropkick Murphys, Iron Maiden, Slipknot, Morgan Wallen, Motorhead, The Munsters, and Motorhead. That was a lot of new arrivals from this week. Kevin Scott wants a Purple Rain. I've got more of those if anybody else wants one. Thank you, Kevin. If anybody else wants anything, let me know. All right, so we had a huge order canceled. It's actually multiple orders from one person. We've had them forever. We was hoping we'd get payment and work something out with them, but it's just not going to happen. So we got several thousands of dollars from one person that we're not going to get paid for, so they're going back for sale right now. He bought a lot of Japanese stuff. There's a lot of new stuff in here. Some of this goes back for a while. So here it is. Some of it's auctions. When I get to it, I'm going to go ahead and pull some stuff for some auctions. A lot of it's buy it nows, and that's what we'll do right here. That's just an empty sleeve. There's a foam pad. We had it all put up, protected, because some of it, these expensive orders, you get an invoice for $1,781. It wasn't Ulysses. No, not Ulysses. So let's go through these. We'll see what's in here. Some of them's auctions. If I get to something and I see a price on the front, I'll probably just go ahead and re-auction it. Some stuff is stickered, and it'll be buy it now just like new arrivals. We got 3 full crates like this. 3 full crates like this. Technically, he didn't buy it. That's true. It's not purchased until you pay for it. Raga. This is the original soundtrack album by Ravi Shankar on Apple. $24.99. $24.99, Ravi Shankar. This was auctioned. Let me put this back up. Regardless of what they sold for, I'm going to start all these auctions cheaper, obviously, than what they sold for. This is Elton John's Madman Across the Water, a Japanese pressing. A Japanese pressing. This is a $25 start, much less than what we sold it for the first time. No Obi, but as you can see, the vinyl is near mint and pristine. Near mint and pristine. This is Madman Across the Water, Elton John. It has the original anti-static inner sleeve that came with it. This is the Japanese booklet. This is the Japanese booklet, and then this is the U.S. booklet, just like that came with the OG. Has all the lyrics. This is a $25 start. Elton John, Madman Across the Water, Japanese pressing. That's up for auction. $25 start. Oh yeah, you get banned if you don't pay $4,000 worth of records. You're obviously you're deemed ineligible for future activities. U2 Pop, $36.99. U2 Pop, that is new and sealed. $36.99 for U2 Pop. This was an on-sale Japanese record. I'll still do the same price, $34.99. $34.99 for Wham. That's a Japanese pressing of Wham. Make It Big. It's in shrink wrap, Obi, hop sticker, insert, near mint minus vinyl. That is sold to Chris Gardner. And Tanner, that was $34.99. Rob Scheffler's at $25 on the Elton John. Dropkick, excuse me, that's not Dropkick Murphys. Dead Kennedys. Dead Kennedys, In God We Trust, $29.99. Dead Kennedys is $29.99. Trainspotting soundtrack, 2LP orange vinyl. That is new and sealed. New and sealed. Trainspotting. Let me retract that on the colored vinyl. It may not be colored vinyl. That is $36.99. Trainspotting. That's sold to Chris Gardner. Chris, that actually may not be 20th anniversary. I thought it was orange vinyl, but maybe I'm just looking at the orange on the cover. So, Dead Kennedys. You got U2. Talking Heads. This was a 1978 LA press, OG, VG Plus, $29.99. It's in shrink wrap, and it has that original sticker that came across the top that told the title. VG Plus, $29.99. That is the Talking Heads. That is a 78 Los Angeles press. And Kiss Destroyer, 76 Terre Haute. No condition notes. Original inner sleeve. It's about EX Plus. It's not the near mint minus side, but it is EX Plus. And that is $34.99 for Kiss. Back up to the top, John Howard got Dead Kennedys. Sean Jones on the Talking Heads. Toby Grimm was second. And John Howard, we've already sold Dead Kennedys. And Pete Weisgarber gets Destroyer by Kiss. He's second to Dead Kennedys. Oh, he was first, wasn't he? Okay, so John Howard, my bad. John Howard, Dead Kennedys was $29.99. Then Sean Jones got Talking Heads. Toby Grimm was third. Pete got Destroyer. He put Destroyer. My bad. Okay, final call on Elton John. That was a $25 bid. Japanese pressing. No Obi. No Obi. Next, I think this sold at auction. It did. Let me go ahead and run this one. This is going to be a $45 start. $45 start. This is the Rolling Stones. Big Hits, High Tide and Green Grass. Japanese pressing with Obi. Another non-payment. This is all one huge order. We got 3 crates worth. $45 start. Rolling Stones, High Tide and Green Grass. There's the near mint minus LP. There's the Japanese booklet. And very, very nice cover with Obi. That's a $45 start for the Stones. I'm about to sell Elton John. Final call. Levon. White Zombie, Astro Creep 2000. New and sealed from Music on Vinyl. $38.99. That was another auction. Let me set that aside. This was not an auction. This was Billy Idol Rebel Yell, 180 gram. It is used. It is near mint, though. $29.99. That's not sealed, but it is new. That is $29.99. And this is $39.99. Let me figure out what it is. Sub Oslo. Sub Oslo. $39.99 from 1998. Sub Oslo is the only thing I can make out there on the cover. There it is, Sub Oslo. 1998. That was $39.99. Kevin Scott, first on Billy Idol. That sold to Kevin Scott. Let's go ahead and sell Rob Scheffler, the Elton John, for $25. And guess what? How could somebody not pay their bill to take this home with them? Pablo Cruz, Reflector, near mint and pristine Japanese pressing. This is a $20 start. This is a $20 start. It's got a 2-page flip with it. It is near mint and pristine. Reflector. Reflector. Look at that. Look how beautiful with the obi here to accent it. We're at 20 and 25 bids are already rolling in. Final call if you want to get a bid in on the Stones because I'm about to sell it. Love Gun. New sealed remaster. $33.99. An exact replication of the original. Even has the gun with it. $33.99. Spitballs is $19.99. Spitballs, $19.99. I don't know what that is, but it's near mint, very clean, $19.99. That was an auction. Let me lay that over there. Loverboy, $19.99. That's in shrink wrap, $19.99. Loverboy, keep it up. It's in shrink wrap, very, very nice. And the Color Blind James Experience. The Color Blind James Experience, that is in shrink wrap, $19.99. The Colorblind James Experience, $19.99. New and sealed, the Lost Boys soundtrack, $39.99. That is on some kind of color. I can't remember because this has been a while. It's either red, blue, and I think I got some in orange too. $39.99. Another Talking Heads. This is $34.99. It is 180 gram pressed at RTI. That is Speaking in Tongues. That is $34.99. $34.99. All right, so Leslie's at 25 on Pablo Cruz. Final call. Let me make sure I didn't miss any claims in there. No claims. If anybody wants the Stones, it's a $45 buy it now, much less than what it originally brought for at auction. We just sold Elton John for $25. When we auctioned that originally, it brought $65. Just sold that one for $25. Toby Grimm gets the Talking Heads. Lost Boys is sold to Monica Malley. If anybody wants to buy that Stones Hits Japanese comp, it's a $45 buy it now. Blue Oyster Cult, this is Agents of Fortune, $34.99. Very nice copy. OG Agents of Fortune, Don't Fear the Reaper. And New and Sealed Bush, Razor Blade Suitcase. Razor Blade Suitcase by Bush, $34.99. Of course, I'm sure y'all have already seen this sticking out of the box. This is the Led Zeppelin Mothership box set. New and sealed, $139.99. Led Zeppelin Mothership 4LP. That's like a hits comp from Led Zeppelin, $139.99. All right, Pablo Cruz. That's what it sold for the last time. Leslie Silvley gets that for $25. Pablo is sold. Chris Gardner wants one of the Led Zeppelin. I have I got 5 of these left if anybody else wants one. I got 5 of those left if anybody else wants one. All right, this was another auction. We'll start this one for $20. This is 10cc. 10cc, and this album is called Deceptive Bends. $20 start on that. Near mint and pristine Japanese pressing. The Stones is a $45 buy it now. Brian, that is Big Hits, High Tide and Green Grass. Big Hits, High Tide and Green Grass. That's what the U.S. version looks like on the front. That's what the U.S. version looks like on the front. That's what the Japanese and some of the U.K. look like on the front. Has the obi. It is pristine. Great early hits of the Stones. Satisfaction, Get Off My Cloud, 19 Nervous Breakdown, Painted Black, Heart of Stone. Those are all on there. Okay. Candlebox is $59.99. That's silver colored vinyl, music on vinyl. $59.99 from Candlebox. And what do we have here? The Strokes. The Strokes is $19.99. The Strokes, $19.99. And the Beatles Anthology, $89. This is Anthology Volume 1, $89.99. Anthology Volume 1, $89.99. Leslie Silvley first on the Strokes. That's sold to Leslie. New and sealed, Kanye West, Late Registration. Kanye is $41.99. And also Misfits Earth AD, $33.99. That's also new and sealed. New and sealed. Misfits and Kanye. Chiodos. This was sold at auction. I'll do the same price if anybody wants it. $38. That is Chiodo's Devil. We sold that for $38. If anybody else wants it, we'll make it an even 38. Even 38 for Chiodos. New and sealed. This is XTC, the Dukes of Stratosphere, $39.99. James Bragg wants the Chiodos. Tanner, that one will be $38. Michael Grind on the Misfits. So that the Michael Grind. Michael Hammock, you were second on the Chiodos. And Paul Simon, there goes a Ryman Simon. I think this was another RTI pressing. Another RTI pressing, very, very nice. $34.99. Kodachrome, that's pressed at RTI, 180 gram on that. All right, so did I miss anything else? No air horn for Pablo. Candlebox has got really high reviews on sound quality. I've heard other people tell me that. And David, we've got new Japanese stuff, but we're going to be auctioning a lot of Japanese non-payment. I'm looking at the next crate I'm about to go through. Most of these are Japanese pressing, so I'm either going to straight sell them for what they brought, or we'll put these back up for auction one more time. Wayne Heat, I see your bid for Colt. Let me know what that was for, because I hadn't shown a Colt since that first one. And Brian C. wants XTC. Let me go through this one more time. If anybody wants 10cc, $20 buy it now for 10cc. That was a non-payment. Deceptive Bins, just $20. Just $20. I'm going to go ahead and put the stones back in the sleeve. Rolling Stones is a 45. Those two still left over. Leslie Silvley gets 10cc for $20. That leaves the stones. And here's what's left in this bin. We have Raga, Ravi Shankar, $24.99. U2 Pop, that's new and sealed, $36.99. White Zombie, Astro Creep 2000, new and sealed, $38.99. Sub Oslo from 1998, $39.99. Love Guns, new and sealed, $33.99. Spitballs was $19.99. Loverboy in Shrink Wrap was $19.99. And the Colorblind James Experience was $19.99. Let me see what's in this next crate. We'll go ahead and get some new auctions going. Let's do Queen, and these are also Japanese records that did not get payment. All one huge order here. This is like 5 invoices. When unfortunately someone loses control with buying, and then we try to get payment. We try to really stretch it out, make sure we're not going to get payment, and then we finally have to cancel. It's unfortunate for everybody, especially us, because we spend a lot of time and labor already selling these once, and probably there's a lot of people, the backup bidder would have already paid and they've been shipped. Now we have to go through and sell them again. That's why there's been some people also lately want to request a lot of putbacks. So what we're starting to do is say that's a restocking fee. Some people's get some invoices, and like we got a list from a person about that big of stuff they wanted to put back. And we was like, well, we'll do it for $60. That's about $5 per record to resell it fee, restocking fee. And they end up just paying their invoice. So that's probably best. Make sure before the week is done, after tonight, this is Saturday, the last sale, before an invoice is generated, before Tanner spends all day Sunday and Monday creating all these and sending them out, make sure what you've bought is what you want, because we'll have to charge you to put it back, or we'll just have to cancel your order and then you won't be able to buy from us again. And we don't want that. But just make sure when you're buying something live, one, you know how much you're buying so you don't go overboard. And number two, you absolutely want it, especially an auction. I mean, they're up for sometimes 5 and 10 minutes. You should definitely know if you want it or not. So, yeah. Tanner's just said, you know, if you have to put something back and it's the first time you've ever done it, that's okay. But make sure when you get your invoice, and you know you don't consistently every week want to put back 5 or 6 records, okay? So that's a problem. Like every week, it's consistent putbacks. Simon and Garfunkel's Greatest Hits. So these are 2 unpaid Japanese records. This is a $25 start on Simon and Garfunkel's Greatest Hits. That is near mint and pristine. Has the Obi with it. That's a $25 start. I'm starting all these less than what they originally sold for, and I don't think I ever told the starting price on Queen. Overall, it's about a VG Plus cover. The vinyl is near mint and pristine, and this is a $45 start. $45 start for Queen. So $45 on Queen. Simon & Garfunkel already has 2 bids. I'm just doing a recap here. Blue Oyster Cult was $34.99. Blue Oyster Cult is $34.99. Agents of Fortune. Bush Razor Blade Suitcase, that's new and sealed, $34.99. Candlebox is $59.99. The Beatles Anthology, still available, $89.99. New and sealed Kanye West, $41.99. And there goes the Ryman Simon. I thought that had an RTI sticker with it. I believe that one is RTI. That's a new one, $34.99. $31.99. So Paul Simon, Kanye, Beatles, Candlebox Bush, BOC, Colorblind James Experience, Loverboy, Spitball, Kiss, Sub Oslo, White Zombie, Pop, and Raga. But as y'all know, most of these people that I'm talking about are just, they're outliers. We have hundreds of customers of y'all. Y'all are all great at paying your invoice. Don't think that I'm referring to anybody specifically, because most of y'all pay and you do a fantastic job at paying quickly and paying on time. Some of you pay within the first minutes of getting your invoice. So, well, there's a lot of unpaid Japanese in here. Let me go through this crate right quick and figure out what's all in here. Let me pull these names and stickers off. That was a good one. XTC. Has that got a price on it? That's got a price on it. That doesn't. That was a good one. Oh, I should have left that one on there. Let me just go ahead and pull those out. Do we have another? Do we got two? Yeah, we got two auctions going. Okay. Let me lay that one over there. Alrighty. Let me put those. Let's put those in there. Okay, there's another one. This guy, he bought a lot of the same records. I've seen some of the same titles already. Let me see here. Let me do some house cleaning on these sticky notes. I did one before the show started, but oh, there's some 45s. These are huge orders, so there's a lot of sticky notes I've got to peel off while I'm also trying to remember these prices. Give me 1 second. Golly. A lot of sticky notes. Takes a while to peel off 50 and 60 sticky notes. Make sure these got prices on them before I peeled off what they sold for. Otherwise, then I have no idea. We got to guess. Some of these Japanese, even though I'm peeling them off, we've had them recently, so. All right. Once again, I'm probably going to start going through this bin. Some of it may already be, it may have been auctioned, and I'll just set it out whenever I get to it. All right, so let's see here. We got back up to the top. We got Simon & Garfunkel 28, Simon & Garfunkel 30. Queen was at 45. Simon & Garfunkel out. Mel Webster wants the Beatles Anthology from the last crate. That's sold to Mel Webster. Thank you, Mel. That's sold to you. Beatles Anthology Volume 1. And here we go. So, final call, Simon & Garfunkel 30, Queen 45. We got a lot to resell on the auction block. So, final calls on those, 30 and 45. Chuck Berry's Golden Hits. That's a VG copy, $14.99. VG copy, $14.99. Chuck Berry's Golden Hits. Iggy Pop, Blah, 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 $24.99. The vinyl's fine. It has a cover stain. It looks like a copy of Magical Mystery Tour got stuck to it at one point. Fred Carnell's at 46 on Queen. That's now at Fred Carnell. And Tom Petty's Greatest Hits. 2 LP, $36.99. Tom Petty's Greatest Hits. That's new and sealed. Rock and Roll Soul Part 1. Hall & Oates. This is a 180-gram remaster. $19.99. Hall & Oates Rock and Roll Soul Part 1. Psychedelic Furs is a VG copy. $19.99 VG copy. Forever Now, Psychedelic Furs. Leslie Silvely, first on Tom Petty. Queen's at 48. David Tate's back in. Let's go ahead and sell Simon & Garfunkel to Darwin Cagnon for $30. Darwin, that's sold to you. Thank you. Rich Group wants Hall & Oates. That's sold to Rich Group. Tommy Flowers was second. Next auction, Queen's at $48. We have Europe, The Final Countdown. This is a $45 start. Europe, The Final Countdown. This is near mint and pristine. It's got a solicitation card with it. It's got 2 Japanese inserts, including the original sleeve, Glossy, nice cover with Obi. That's a $45 start. David Tate is also in on that. 45 now 50. Psychedelic Furs, no claim on that. Still got Iggy Pop, Chuck Berry. The Police, Synchronicity 2, that's a 12-inch single import, $19.99. In shrink wrap, very nice. That's $19.99 for The Police. Talking Heads, VG, $29.99. 1978 Jacksonville press, Talking Heads, VG, $29.99. RM Lazelle, first to The Police. That's sold to RM Lazelle. Europe's at $55. New and sealed, total from Joy Division to New Order, $36.99. $36.99. Final call on Queen at 48. Fred Carnell, let me know if you're in or out on Queen, please. The Motley Crue box set. This is Too Fast for Love, Shout at the Devil, Theater of Pain, Girls, 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 and Dr. Feelgood. They're all on colored splatter vinyl. They're all on colored splatter vinyl, and those are I don't know. This don't have a sticker on. I think they're $189.99. We got another one on the wall. I think those are $189.99. Kelly Gabney, first on New Order. Bob Riger was second. Fred's back in on Queen at 49. David, you're out, but David, you are the high bidder on Europe at 65. New and sealed Pantera, Cowboys from Hell, $34.99. That's on colored vinyl. And Pantera, Vulgar Display of Power, that's also on colored vinyl, $34.99. We will re-auction that. That was a non-payment. Gorillas is $31.99. That's self-titled. That is $31.99 for Gorillas. I guess that's just self-titled. $31.99. Austin Cauldron wants the Crew box set. I think that's $189.99. So let's make sure we get that stickered. If anybody else wants one of those, I have more, just like the Led Zeppelin box. Music from the motion picture Go. That is $19.99 from $19.99. It's $19.99 and it's from $19.99. Line Rock, DJ Rap, BT, Magic Carpet Ride by Philip Steer featuring Steppenwolf. That's $19.99. That's sold to Corey Wade. David is high bidder on both auctions. David Tate, he's at 65 on Europe and 55 on Queen. Fred's out on Queen, so final call on that. I think we still got some people on Europe, but I am doing a final call. So if you don't bid, you might lose, or let me know. Now's the time. So Corey Wade got Go. Jeff Helton was second. Austin Cauldron first on Gorillas. That's sold to Austin Cauldron. That was a non-payment. We'll re-auction that. Here's a couple of 45s. We have Dire Straits, Walk of Life, $9.99, and Aha, Stay on These Roads, $9.99. Those are both $9.99, two 7-inch singles. And this is $29.99. Q and Not For You, Different Damage. Q and Not For You. That is $29.99 from 2002. The Call, Reconciled, $19.99, black and red Electra label. Has a little bit of cover damage right there. That is $19.99. And Cream, Wheels of Fire. This is a 1970s press. 70s press, that is $39.99. Really nice copy, $39.99. Yeah, the Go soundtrack I sold earlier has 4 tracks on it. It's not the complete full soundtrack. It has four tracks on it, I think. It's not a single, but it has 4 or 5. Let me see that again, because I remember the last time we sold that, the Go soundtrack you just tagged for Corey. Yeah. So this has, it has these 4 tracks on it. So, yeah, it's 2 LPs. I think it just has those 4 tracks on it. Yeah, it's 4 tracks. I think the actual full soundtrack is quite difficult to find. So, Corey, if you absolutely want to pass on that, let me know. And then, Jeff, if you want it, let me know. If not, we'll put it back in the bin. No problem. David Tate gets Queen for $55. That's sold to David Tate for $55. Europe is at 65 with David. Final call. Going twice, going 3 times. Leslie Silvley first on The Call. And Craig Thomas first to Q and Not You. So Craig gets this one I'm laying down right now. And we have... show the furs again. The Psychedelic Furs was Forever Now, and that's a VG copy, $19.99 gold stamp promo on the back. What's on the Aha 45? That's Stay on These Roads, and I think it's a double-sided promo. Or yeah, there's Stay on These Roads. Promo, $9.99. Aha. Double-sided promo. Corey said he'll pass on that. Jeff says he has the Go soundtrack on So yeah, I know the last time that was the mix-up on this. This has only got 4 tracks, which obviously isn't a full soundtrack. Jeff, if you say pass on that, let me know. That's okay, and then we'll put it back in there. There's another auction that did not get paid for. Paul McCartney Ram, a 71 German press. Somebody's probably going to grab this. It is very nice. That is $34.99. Ram, $34.99. Rollerball, original soundtrack recording. Rollerball, that's $19.99. Ram and Rollerball. And here's Little Richard. This is $34.99. I remember this one. I test played this one. It sounds incredible. $34.99. And Russell S. first on Paul McCartney. Ron Duffield first on Rollerball. And Europe is sold to David Tate for $55. That's sold to David Tate for $55. Europe. All right, let me put a couple of these up over here I've pulled out that did not sell. We originally sold XTC English Settlement at auction. XTC English Settlement. This was a $35 start. It is near mint. XTC Gold Stamp Promo. That's a US. $35 start on that. And this was also originally sold at auction, which is Foreigner 4. That is near mint and pristine. Foreigner 4, Japanese press, $35 start. Near mint has the lyric insert, cover and Obi. $35 starts on those, XTC and Foreigner. Chip Hall first to Little Richard. Doc Smith was second, asking the price. John Lennon Mind Games is $24.99. John Lennon Mind Games, Apple Pressing, $24.99. And the Yardbirds, $24. This is some stuff from the Murfreesboro collection, $24.99. $24.99 for the Yardbirds. Roger the Engineer, that's a 180 gram remaster, $24.99. Jeff passed on the Go soundtrack, so that's still available. We got XTC English Settlement and Foreigner 4 Japanese press. Those are both $35 starts. The Yes album, that's also another 180 gram, $19.99. Massive Attack. Massive Attack is $24.99. Massive Attack is $24.99. And the Mississippi Sheiks, this is volume 1 and 2, the complete works from volume 1 and 2. That's from Third Man Records. They're both sealed and they're $19.99 each. $19.99 each. Brittany Bragg on the Yardbirds. That's sold to Brittany Bragg. Yes is not colored vinyl. No, Yes is black vinyl. Bob, I will take down your name. Let me take down your name for a new order, and I'll see if I can still get those, because if I can, I need to order them anyway. So Brittany Bragg got the Yardbirds. Craig Thomas first to Massive Attack. Patrick, you were second. Boone Tar was third. That's another auction that didn't get paid for. That's another auction that didn't get paid for. And that's another auction that didn't get paid for. So I'll resell those all at some point or another tonight at auction. Chip Hall's at $45 on Foreigner. Final call. If anybody wants to bid on XTC, now's the chance. Chuck Berry, VG copy, $14.99. Golden Hits. Iggy Pop was $24.99. Does have some cover damage. Iggy Pop. The Psychedelic Furs is VG, $19.99. Gold Stamp Promo. Talking Heads is a VG copy, $29.99. 78 Jacksonville Press. We have 2 sealed Panteras, Cowboys from Hell and Vulgar Display of Power, both $34.99. Cream Wheels of Fire was $39.99. The Go, not the soundtrack, we'll call it a soundtrack sampler, 4-track, $19.99 from $19.99. John Lennon Mind Games was $24.99. The Mississippi Sheiks, Volume 1 and 2, those are both sealed, $19.99. The Yes album, 180 gram, $19.99, covers and shrink wrap. Sell Chip Hall Foreigner for $35. If anybody wants XTC, it's a $35 buy it now. $35 buy it now on XTC. That was another auction. No payment. Let me condense this bin over here. Put these with these other ones, and we'll go to the next bin. I'm about to start some new auctions. Arm Lazelle said he'll take the Yes. Good decision. I have a whole stack over here of CD box sets, like this incredible CD collection from South Carolina. I got all these box sets that I just went ahead and priced. Sell John Young, the XTC, for $30. Wow, we originally sold that at auction for $47. That's another reason we don't let people put back auctions. So that's sold to John for $30. Let me go through the next crate. Going through these awfully fast. Once again, this one looks like it's loaded with Japanese pressings that didn't get grabbed, so let me go through these. There's also some new vinyl in here that we can't get anymore. So that's always good. There's new vinyl in here we can't get anymore. So for those that collect new vinyl, there's some stuff out of print. Here's a good Japanese auction. Let me run that. Let me take that off. Let me take these off. Let me try to get all these up front here right quick. Great stuff here. A lot of new sealed stuff. A lot of stuff from that Murfreesboro collection. So I think when y'all were watching that. Wow. Weezer, Moby, more Japanese, Dave Matthews Band. All those are coming up right now. Get all these sticky notes off. Blues. That's a great auction. Was that sold at auction? I'll just leave. Yeah, we'll put that up. Misfits record. All right, here we go. What do we got? 30. Let's see here. All right, we've got Backtracking Them featuring Van Morrison, $19.99. Backtracking Them featuring Van Morrison. That was only $19.99. That sounds interesting. Dave Matthews Band, Come Tomorrow, $39.99. Dave Matthews Band, Come Tomorrow, $39.99. Let me go ahead and pull this for auction. Steve Miller Band's Greatest Hits. Very, very cool. It looks like it has a little bit of discoloration right here. I remember a lot of people bidding on that the first go around. That's a $45 start. Near mint and pristine. Has the original inner sleeve, Japanese insert, beautiful vinyl and cover. That's a $45 start. $45 start. The Beastie Boys, that's new and sealed, $36.99. Misfits, let's put this up for auction. It was originally sold for auction. 77 to 84, the singles collection on purple vinyl. And I believe that is an unofficial. Yeah, 2008 unofficial, made in Japan. Unofficial, made in Japan. That's a $35 start. Misfits, the single collection, purple vinyl. That's up for bid. Them is near mint minus. David Bowie, Black Star, $36.99. New and sealed. Beastie Boys Music, new and sealed, $49.99. The Offspring's Greatest Hits, new and sealed, $34.99. This is Psychedelic Porn Crumpets, $34.99. And now for the whatchamacallit, $34.99. Misfits, $33.99. The collection, or self-titled, whichever you prefer. Cracker, Kerosene Hat, that's from Music on Vinyl, $44.99, 2 LP. The Moody Blues, In Search of Lost Chord, $19.99. Friday Music, 180 gram remaster, $19.99 on the Moody Blues. Dave Matthews Band, Under the Table and Dreaming. That's a used copy, near mint though, $34.99. Kelly Gabney wants this Misfits. Gary's at $35 on this Misfits. Peter's at $50 on Steve Miller Band. Those are going once, going twice. Rob Scheffler first on Psychedelic. That's sold to Rob Scheffler. Moby Play is $29.99. If I'm not telling you the condition, then it's near mint, especially a lot of this stuff. It was perfect when I bought it from that collection. Weezer is $24.99. Direct Metal Mastering, Weezer, the Blue Album, $24.99. Ramones, Road to Ruin is $29.99. The Ramones, Road to Ruin, $29.99. And the Ramones, Rocket to Russia. 2 Ramones albums, $29.99. Road to Ruin and Rocket to Russia. All right, let me see here. Fred Carnell, Misfits, that's already sold. Ron Phillips, Tanner, we'll check that after the sale tonight. David Bowie was $36.99. That's new and sealed. Shuggy Otis sold at auction on Tuesday night. Misfits is at $40. Dave Matthews Band, there's 2 of them in here. Dave Matthews Band, Under the Table and Dreaming, was $34.99, and Come Tomorrow was $39.99. Kevin W., first to Moby. That's sold to Kevin W. Moby. Brian Miller, first to the Weezer. And Russell S., you're first to the Ramones, and he wants both of them. He was first. Brian Miller put Z. I think that was maybe a miscue. And then David Tate wants Under the Table and Dreaming. Got that pulled right there for Dave Matthews Band. And Scotty Hopp said he will take the David Bowie Black Star. Stack singles already get sold. Stack singles. I don't know. If you're looking at hot pictures from earlier in the week, all that is sold. If it was posted today, it's going to be available tonight. But if there's anything from any hot picture, all those are sold that night. All those are sold that night. If you ever see me post a hot picture, that's probably for that night, and they will get sold, and those are all gone. Okay, so final call on Steve Miller Band, $50. That's going twice, going 3 times, and the Misfits is at $40. We've bought 3 or 4 incredible collections in the last week. Tonight, we're really going through non-payments and on-sale stuff, but all this week we've had new arrivals, some of the best records we've had in a while. They're all going to get gone very quickly. Make sure you can watch every night if you can. John Porter bought the stacks. John said he got it. Dave Plunkett's at 52 on Steve Miller Band, so new bidder on that. Going once, going twice. We have a Misfits Unofficial up for auction. This is the singles collection, 77 to 84 on purple vinyl. Chuck Wilson's at 40 on that. So 40 on the Misfits and 52 on Steve Miller Band, now 53. Stacks was sold for sure. Oh, he said he wished he got it, but already sold. Somebody bought it. But yeah, I remember that selling for sure. The Ramones, self-titled, $39.99. The Ramones is $39.99. And Queens of the Stone Age, $24.99. Also, if you ever see a hot picture posted, anything that I post on Facebook will be sold on Facebook and YouTube Live. Facebook and YouTube Live. So anything that I show on Facebook in a hot picture, we sell it live right here, either to the high bidder or first come, first serve. Moody Blues is black vinyl. Friday Music Remaster, $19.99. Pearl Jam is $37.99. That is Pearl Jam No Code, new and sealed, $37.99. Then and Now, The Best of the Monkees, $24.99. And Boz Scaggs Silk Degrees, $19.99. Boz Scaggs Silk Degrees, near mint copy, $19.99. John Lill first on Pearl Jam. I've got more of those if anybody else wants one. The Byrds Greatest Hits, VG Plus, $14.99. $14.99, VG Plus. Boz Scaggs first to Chris Gleason. Steve Miller Band's at $55. Let's do a final call on the Misfits, which is at $40 to Chuck Wilson. $40 on that. Peter's out on Steve Miller Band. So Dave Plunkett, you have that at $55. Talking Heads 77, $31.99. That's new and sealed. And Pink Floyd, The Wall is new and sealed for $49.99. Michael Grind in on the Misfits at $41. Jeff Beck, There and Back is $19.99. Beastie Boys, Hello Nasty, new and sealed, $49.99. And the Beastie Boys, Ill Communication is $49.99. I don't think John Young wants the Moody Blues, so we'll sell that to Mike Langford. That is sold to Mike Langford. Steve Miller Band's Greatest Hits. Here's a new sealed copy. New sealed 180 gram. That is $36.99. And we're doing a final call on the Japanese pressing at $55. Final call. Monster, REM, $33.99. That's new and sealed. And Jamiroquai, 25th anniversary, yellow colored vinyl. That is $56.99 for Jamiroquai. And the rest of the crate is all Japanese auctions. We almost got a whole entire half crate of Japanese auctions right here. So those are all going to be auctioned out. I'm going to keep them stacked over here. We'll go through them one at a time. Misfits, 41.41. Chuck Wilson back on top at 45. Walt Cruz wants the new sealed Steve Miller Band hits. And Monica Malley wants the Jamiroquai. And let's sell Steve Miller Band to Dave Plunkett for $55 so we can go ahead and start one of these other new Japanese auctions. Gary Samuels put Queens of the Stone Age. Did I have a Queens of the Stone Age in here? I did. There's a new Queens of the Stone Age coming out. I will be posting the pre-order sometime tomorrow. New Queens of the Stone Age. That's sold to Gary Samuels. Peter, I just sold Steve Miller Band. I thought you were out. You were out. I've already sold it. Sorry, that went to Dave Plunkett for $55. Misfits is with Chuck Wilson at $45. That is an unofficial made in Japan on purple vinyl, the singles collection. I've got another really cool one right here that didn't get paid for. That is Quiet Riot Metal Health in shrink wrap with hype sticker and Obi. That's a $65 start. Quiet Riot, $65 start. There's the Japanese insert. There is the pristine near mint minus vinyl, $65 start. Quiet Riot. Joe Gabriel's in. Yes, Midnight Oil too. I've got a whole list. I check off 2 or 3 pre-orders. I try to do 2 or 3 every night or every day if I can, but there's so much new stuff coming out now. It's incredible. All right, let me see what I got over here. I got a whole trash can full of sticky notes. Let me move some of these over here. All righty. And let me start showing you some new stuff that we priced right before the sale. Some of it is CD, some of it's all music related, but I've got some killer CD box sets, okay? We're going to do these right now, CD box sets. These are CDs, CDs, CDs. These are not vinyl. These are not vinyl. These are CD box sets from the South Carolina collection. But I need to go through this crate one more time. And Chuck Wilson is about to get the Misfits, and Joe Gabriel is about to get Quiet Right for $65. Let me show a few CD box sets before we go back through that crate. This is Atlantic Blues, 4 CD box set, $19.99. Atlantic Blues, guitar, piano, vocalist, Chicago, $19.99. All these are near mint and pristine. Like I said, I think this guy was in the music industry, and he got a lot of really good stuff. A lot of it looks like it's brand new. Some of it's promo. Some of it is sealed. That is sold to Mike Vandergits. So they're all stickered on the back, Tanner. That is $19.99. Mike Vandergits. Ryan Anderson was second. Eric Clapton, Crossroads, 4 CDs, $24.99. Eric Clapton, Crossroads, 4 CD box with the book. That's $24.99. These are all sticker price. Sticker price. Eric Clapton's $24.99. This is a good one. Atlantic, 203 songs, $59.99. That is how many CDs? I forgot. 203 songs, 8 CDs. Atlantic, $59.99. $59.99. So we got Atlantic. We got Eric Clapton. Let's go ahead and sell Chuck Wilson the Misfits. Chuck Wilson, you get the Misfits for $45. No one else ever said out on that one. Quiet Right's at $66 with Fred Carnell. Joe Gabriel, let me know if you're in or out. Let me know if you're in or out. And we've got Led Zeppelin. That is the 4 CD box set from Led Zeppelin. That is $29.99. So 4 CDs, book, box, that's $29.99. So Zeppelin, Clapton, and Atlantic. Here's what's left in this bin. We have Backtracking Them featuring Van Morrison. That's $19.99. Dave Matthews Band, Come Tomorrow, $39.99. Beastie Boys, $36.99. Beastie Boys Music, $49.99. The Offspring's Greatest Hits, $34.99. Those 3 were all new and sealed. Cracker, $44.99. The Ramones is still available, $39.99 on the Ramones. The Monkees, Then and Now, $24.99. And the Byrds' Greatest Hits, VG Plus, $14.99. Fred Carnell, you're out on Quiet Right. Joe's back in at $70. Patty K first on Led Zeppelin. Jerry next. Mike McGinnis third. Jesse Hood fourth. And then the rest of this box is all Japanese auctions that did not get paid for. We will re-auction those tonight, one at a time. I'll put up another one right now. This one had a lot of bids, and I'm going to start at less than what it sold for. $55 start. The Police Synchronicity, $55 start. That is near mint and pristine. Near mint, pristine. Anybody else on anything left in that? I'm going to set these behind me. That's what we'll be auctioning a lot of tonight. Final call on these 2 box sets. This is Atlantic Rhythm and Blues and Eric Clapton. Those are $24 and $59.99. Fred's out on Quiet Right, so Joe Gabriel has that final call. Let me show 3 more CD box sets. I got them stacked up everywhere over here. We have Derek and the Dominoes, the Layla Sessions. Derek and the Dominoes, the Layla Sessions. That is $29.99. $29.99 for Derek and the Dominoes, the Layla Sessions. I think that's, let's see here. Man, what else has this got in it? It's got some kind of folder, 3 CD, and a book and box. That is $29.99. We have Willie Dixon, the Chess Box CD collection. This is $24.99. That is 2 CD. Book, $24.99 for Willie Dixon and Duke Ellington, Beyond Category. And this is a promo box set. Couldn't really find this exact one anywhere, but not Willie Dixon, Duke Ellington. 3 CD booklet and this insert here. And that is $19.99. John Lils thought this was OG. He wants to put it back. So Pearl Jam is still available. New and sealed. $37.99 if anybody wants it. Fred's out on Quiet Right. No other bids on that. So sell that to Joe Gabriel for $70. And then the Police was at $55, $55, $55. Jared Hanoi Rocks has not come in yet. Mike Vandergits first to Willie Dixon. Tommy Flower second. Doc Smith third. Michael Nath fourth. And we have, okay, Led Zeppelin was CD. That's why I'm going to try to repeat that as many times as I can when I'm showing these, so people don't think I'm selling a 4 CD something for, and it's not, and then they get it and be like, oh man, I thought this was vinyl. That was CD. Police is at 57. Anybody else on anything in here? The synchronicity cover. I know there's about 27 different variants of it. This is what this one looks like. Phil Atherton is now at 60. I'll put up another Japanese auction right now. Right now. Let me condense this bin with the other. Well, that helped us out a little. Those 3 entire bins of non-payments has condensed down into 2, but that doesn't include the Japanese auction, so we still got really, we sold about 1.5 bins of that non-payment order. Hopefully the rest will sell at some point. I'm going to condense that over there. There is that. And let me show 3 more CD box sets. We have Crosby, Stills, and Nash. Crosby, Stills, and Nash, $24.99. Crosby, Stills, and Nash, 4 CDs and booklet. Crosby, Stills, and Nash, $24.99. 4 CD and booklet. Miles Davis, the Columbia Years, 55 to 85. 55 to 85, also a 4 CD set. Miles Davis is $19.99. And the Allman Brothers 4 CD set. Dreams, 4 CD set with booklet. That is $29.99. So Allman Brothers, Miles Davis, and Crosby, Stills, and Nash, 24, 19, and 29. Those are all CD box sets. Doc Smith wants Miles Davis. The Police is at 61 with Fred Carnell. The Police is at 61 with Fred Carnell. New Japanese auction. We had a blue and a red. It looks like it was sold separately. Let's do Wings Greatest Hits. This is a $45 start for Wings Greatest Hits. $45 start for Wings Greatest Hits. Very nice inner sleeve. Japanese insert. Near mint and pristine vinyl. Very nice cover of Obi. $45 start. Wings Greatest Hits. Fred Carnell's at 61 on the Police. If you're done bidding, Phil and Mike, it looks like it's down to Phil. Let me know. And if you say out, I will sell it. I'm going to sell it. So Police and Wings is a $45 start. I've already went through that bin. Let me go through this bin. Like I said, here in a minute, we're going to have to roll to the back. And I've got some bins in the back we got to go through. Got to go through some of those bins in the back. Let me figure out which bin of new vinyl I was going to go through next. I think this one right here. Just a few titles. Reggae. Yeah, let me go through this one right here. All right, let me go through this bin. New vinyl. Phil's out on the Police. That means that's sold to Fred Carnell for $61. Fred, you get that for $61. And final call on Wings Greatest Hits at a $45 start. If anybody wants that, let me know. Next Japanese auction is Madonna, Like a Virgin, $35 start. It is near mint pristine. The Obi has a little bit of fading right here along the edge, has the inserts. That's a $35 start. $35 start. I'm going to go through some new vinyl right here. I'm going to go through the CD box sets we have, which is a few more. Then I've got more cassettes and books. And then we're probably going to grow. That's all new stuff. I want to go through all the new stuff, even though it may not be vinyl. It won't take me that long. And then we'll go to the back and do LPs, Buy It Now Best Offer. I think that's what a lot of y'all are waiting on. We'll go through stuff from 2 to 4 months ago, all Buy It Now Best Offer you hadn't seen in a while. Chris is at 35 on Madonna. Final call. Boingo by Boingo. That is $46.99. $46.99, 2 LP, music on vinyl. I have the new Beth Hart. This is, new from Music on Vinyl. Beth Hart, Screaming for My Supper. Limited in number to 1,500. That is $46.99. Beth Hart, Screaming for My Supper. I've got 4 of those left. And The Best of Sam Cooke from Analog Productions. Pressed at QRP. That's a 2 LP, 45 RPM, $69.99. And Riot, Fire Down Under. Riot is $38.99, red vinyl, limited to 750. I got 2 of those left. And Elvis, 24 karat hits. That is 100% analog mastering from Analog Productions, $79.99. Sell Tracy McFadden Wings for $40. Tracy, I'll sell that to you for $40. Thank you. Madonna, $36.36. And Chris DiLorenzo wants Beth Hart. That's sold to Chris DiLorenzo. Elvis and Jethro Tull Stand Up. That's also from Analog Productions, $69.99. Savatage Edge of Thorns is $48.99. Fred Carnell is at $36 on Madonna. Everybody else is out. Let's do Phil Collins, No Jacket Required. This is also up for bid. $35 start. It is pristine, near mint, Japanese, $35 start on that. De La Soul, that's yellow vinyl, $39.99 on De La Soul. Judas Priest, Killing Machine, new and sealed. These are all new and sealed, $29.99. Gary Wright, The Dream Weaver, last copy I have left on yellow vinyl, $44.99 from Friday Music. Rubber Soul is $36.99. That's new and sealed. And we have Revolver, also by the Beatles, $36.99. The Tarantino Experience, Volume 3, red and yellow vinyl, $44.99. Madonna's now at $37. We do have a bid on Phil Collins at $35. George Strait, $28.99. Oceanfront Property. Savatage Power of the Night is $37.99. Dead Winter Dead is $56.99. Ray Gay Collected, last copy we have for Ray Gay Collected. That's new, sealed, 2000, yellow and green vinyl, $46.99. David Tate first on George Strait. Tate got the Strait. Savatage Streets, Rock Opera, 2LP blue vinyl, $58.99. Fred's out on Madonna, so $37 on Madonna, going twice, going three times. Final call on Phil for $35. Guns N' Roses, red vinyl. That's a unofficial concert from 1987, $39.99. Ace Frehley, Greatest Hits Live is $33.99. Ace Frehley Origins Volume 2, colored vinyl, Ace Frehley, 45 RPM, $36.99. Nirvana, The Black Album, $33.99. Bad Company Live, that's from 1979. It's 2 LPs on orange vinyl, $34.99. And Nirvana In Utero, another 2 LP, 45 RPM, $49.99. All right, Phil Collins is sold to Phil Atherton for $35. Jimmy Clark gets the Madonna for $37. Let me pull out two more Japanese to auction. We have Queen, The Game, and we have, let's do Beatles Love Songs. Queen is a $55 start for The Game. $55 start for The Game. This is a very nice copy. Japanese pressing. There's the original Japanese insert. Here is the 2-page flip. And here is the near mint minus vinyl. Super nice. Queen, The Game. $55 start. There's the cover, which was foil. Always shows wear. This one, especially the U.S. copies, these don't look too bad here. This one doesn't look too bad. That's a $55 start. And the Beatles Love Songs. This is a $45 start. The Beatles Love Songs. The booklet here, not in the best of condition. Or that's more like the insert, it looks like. This is near mint vinyl, though. Not anything wrong with the vinyl. Super, super nice quality. And we have a very nice cover. Gold foiling, UK flag series, gatefold. That's a 45. So 55 and 45 on those two. Did I miss any questions? Chad, do you know if I was on a wait list for 3 Feet High? Let's check Gary Samuel's ticket. If he doesn't have one, then we definitely can get you one. Here's a few more CD box sets. CD box sets. We have Charles Mingus. This is $89.90. This is probably the more expensive one we have tonight. Charles Mingus, the complete debut recordings. $89.99. This one's not cheap. Charles Mingus, the complete debut recordings. And of course, it looks like it's new. It's got a large booklet with it. And that is 3 CDs. 4 CDs. It's 3. It's not missing one. It's 3 CDs. Charles Mingus. That is $89.99. John Mincemoyer wants a Riot. John Mincemoyer on Riot. That was right in here. I got to go back through. That. Crate one more time. Sell that to John Mincemoyer. Make sure I didn't miss anything in there. So, John, I got you for Riot. Woodstock, 3 Days of Peace and Music. Woodstock is $29.99. 3 Days of Peace and Music. And the Marvin Gaye collection. Marvin Gaye collection is $39.99. The Marvin Gaye collection, $39.99. I wish it was platters. Well, if Charles Musselwhite was on vinyl, it would be about 6 LPs, and then it would probably be about $399 or $499 instead of $89.99 for the CDs. Woodstock sold to Michael Naft, Sherry second, Pete third, and Marvin Gaye collection is $39.99. These are all CDs. CDs. $39.99. CDs, CD box sets. Got two more. These are CD box sets. Howlin' Wolf. Howlin' Wolf is $39.99. 71 songs, 3 CDs, 32-page booklet, and Elton John To Be Continued. Elton John To Be Continued. That is $29.99. Howlin' Wolf sold to Michael Nath, and we have Elton John To Be Continued, $29.99. These are all CD box sets. This has got 4 discs, an insert, a flip thingy, and a book. Elton John, $29.99. Final call if anybody wants to bid on these, $55 and $45 for Queen or the Beatles. So the box sets that did not sell were Atlantic Rhythm and Blues, Eric Clapton, Derek and the Dominoes, Duke Ellington, Crosby, Stills and Nash, Allman Brothers, Charles Mingus, Marvin Gaye, and Elton John. Jocko Belli's at $55 on Queen, going once, going twice. Going once, going twice on the Queen, and Fred's at $56. Final call if you want to get it on the Beatles. Here's what's left in here. I think I missed a question about Ace Frehley. Do you have any of Ace solo records left? The first one, yes. Scotty, those are $33.99. What company is the Guns N' Roses Live? The company for this is Parachute Records. Parachute Records, $39.99. We have Nirvana, Bad Company, Nirvana, Ace Frehley, Savatage, Reggae Collected, Savatage, Quentin Tarantino, The Beatles, Gary Wright, Judas Priest, De La Soul, Savatage, Jethro Tull, Elvis, Riot, Sam Cooke, Beth Hart, and Boingo. Scotty Hype says he will take an Ace Frehley. Those are right here. Ace Frehley. So one of those to Scotty. Those are $33.99 if anybody else wants one. Elton John is $29.99. Jocko Belli, let me know if you're in or out on Queen. Fred has that at $56. And this is a $45 bite now if anybody wants it. Gary Francisco, the new Beth Hart from Music on Vinyl is $46.99. It's 2 LP, $46.99. Doc, the Marvin Gaye is 4 CDs. 4 CDs. Parachute is probably the best company who's putting out live unofficials right now. They're probably, out of that, one of the distributors that I deal with who carries those live unofficials. Yeah, I've never had a bad Parachute. Usually everybody who's got one says they're great. Edward says he'll take the Elton John box set. I'll run through those in a minute one more time. I've got, like I said, some new stuff I want to show y'all before I go to the back and start doing buy it now best offer stuff. But I'll keep showing vinyl in between. Actually, I might go ahead and go through this bin right here. Let me see what we got in here. We'll go through this bin of vintage stuff right here, and before we can head to the back. What we do is I don't keep many crates up here anymore because I take them to the back. Now and go ahead and put them in our bins. So we don't have a lot of crates stacked up here like we used to where we could go back through stuff. They're all in the back, so we got to take the cart back there. But we'll go through this one right here. The GNR was from 1987. All right, and let's sell 10 seconds left on the Queen. I'm going to put something else new up. Let's go through some vintage, buy it now, best offer. I've got more oddities over here. South Carolina's collection had a lot of different stuff. CDs, books, cassettes, promo stuff. I've got some pretty interesting stuff right here. Cassettes came from a collection prior, so let me show a handful of this and then I'll do some other stuff. This is Barbra Streisand. This is, just for the record, Barbra Streisand, I think, is a 3 CD box, $9.99 for Barbara. Midnight Special, I don't know what show or who's on it, but it's $4.99. Midnight Special, 1974, that's $4.99. Train is $4.99. That's self-titled. Train, 3 CDs, Hits of the 70s, $5.99. Charles Mingus Anthology, $9.99. Charles Mingus Anthology. This book is entitled Chicago Blues by Hugh Holton. Chicago Blues is $6.99 by Hugh Holton. Sacred Hoops, that's by Phil Jackson from the Chicago Blues. Sacred Hoops, $6.99. And The Mafia Complete Story. The Mafia, that looks interesting. I told Tanner, I was like, I might have to breeze through that right quick, even though I probably will never have time. $14.99 for The Mafia Complete Story. There's some random There's some random stuff for you. Books, everything. Queen, let me figure out what's going on here. We have Edward Said Soul. That was the CDs. Vicky got 70s. Let me go back over to the back here. Okay, so Jocko Belli, Queen is at 56 with Fred Carnell. Fred Carnell's at 56. Fred Carnell's at 56. And some of this stuff over here sold. I don't know why I set it behind me. So we got first of this CD box here, the hits of the 70s. That is sold to Vicki Allison. Vicki Allison. Tracy, give me 1 second on the Allman Brothers box. Stacy was second, then Pete, then John. Doc Smith wants the Charles Mingus. Jocko Belli, yeah. Queen was at 56. Carlene Rollins first to the Mafia book. That's sold to Carlene. Walt Cruz was second. Debbie Blair wants Derek and the Dominoes, and Jocko's at 57. And David Tate wants the Guns N' Roses Live. Okay, so that leaves these two blues, Chicago Blues book and the Phil Jackson book. Those are $6.99 if anybody wants them. Also, Train, Midnight Special, and Barbara Streisand. Let me pull a couple of box sets over here people are asking about, which we got the Allman Brothers Dreams. That's $29.99, and I think Tracy wants that. $29.99. David Tate wants the Guns N' Roses Live. Anarchy in the UK. That's $39.99. I can get more of those if anybody else wants one. That's sold to David Tate. And I think Debbie Blair wants the Derek and the Dominoes box set. Debbie, let me make sure that's right before I pull it. Fred Carnell, you're out on Queen because Jocko is back in at 57. Jocko's back in at 57 on that. Let me pull a new Japanese auction, which is Hall & Oates. This is going to be a $30 start. This is Hall & Oates H2O, near mint and pristine Japanese pressing with insert. That is a $30 start. Hall & Oates H2O. That's now up for auction. I'm about to wind down Queen as soon as Fred says something, unless he bids, and then we'll keep it rolling. And Susie wants the Derek and the Dominoes. The box set, CD box set stack is getting thinner. Now we got Marvin Gaye, Charles Mingus, CSN, Clapton, Atlantic Rhythm and Blues, and Duke Ellington. That's so to Debbie. All right, we're going to do these in here, buy it now, best offer. I think they're fairly recent, but I've got to show you some stuff before we roll to the back. Class of 62, the golden days of rock and roll. 75 all-time favorites from 58 to 62, $29.99. These may seem recent because they probably are. Roy Buchanan, A Street Called Straight, but don't be afraid to make offers. $14.99 on Roy Buchanan. Poco, Picking Up the Pieces, $9.99. Debbie, not Susie. Yeah, Debbie Blair, sorry. Y'all been buying so many CDs lately, I think I've been saying Debbie and Susie interchangeably. Paul Simon, Still Crazy After All These Years, $19.99. John Duran wants the Class of 62 box. That's so to John Duran, and Angela Chesney wants the Chicago Blues book. So that leaves Phil Jackson, Barbara Streisand, Midnight Special, and Train. Chicago Blues. That's so to Angela Chesney, $6.99. Fred's out on Queen. Let's sell that to Jocko Belli for $57. Final call if you want in on Hall & Oates. That's a $30 start, and then I'll put up two new ones. Bob Skaggs, Silk Degrees. We sold one of those out of the non-payment box. That's $19.99. Mary Lou Williams, The History of Jazz. That is sealed from Folkways. 1978, $49.99. Mary Lou Williams, The History of Jazz. Bob Skaggs, Down to Then Left, $19.99. This is the Moody Blues. That's a 2LP hits compilation from the Moody Blues, $19.99. And Emerson, Lake and Palmer, Works Volume 1, $24.99 for Works Volume 1. The Sweet Inspirations, What the World Needs Now is Love, from Atlantic Records. That is $19.99. The Sweet Inspirations. The Best of Loggins and Messina is $19.99. Sell Leslie Silverly, the Moody Blues, for $15. If anybody wants Hall & Oates, it's a $30 buy it now. I'm going to put that over there in the maybe pile, and I'll put up two more Japanese auctions. We'll do the Eagles and Led Zeppelin. The Eagles, Hotel California. I believe this one, let's see here. This is, got it, the inner sleeve and insert with it. Let me see what the vinyl. Yeah, vinyl was near mint and pristine. And the cover had a little bit of foxing on it and a little bit on the inside of the obi. We'll start that one at just $30. $30 on that one because of the condition of the cover. No major issue to some of those foxing spots. And this was a little bit more pricier one. We're talking about Led Zeppelin, The song remains the same. There's a Swan Song, or excuse me, Atlantic Records insert there with it. We have a multi-page flip booklet. Led Zeppelin, I'll start this one at just 55. And I think we sold one earlier this week for almost 100. 55 on this one. It was from that non-payment batch. That is absolutely near mint looking. Very nice cover too. Obi, 55 on Led Zeppelin. Song remains the same. Chris is in at 55. Gary's at 32 on Hotel California. Leslie was at 30. Mary, let's see, caught a couple bids. Doxis said Mary Lou, Doc, a little bit too far apart on that one, but what the world needs now, that's for the inspiration. Sell that to Doc for $15. Eagles 35, Led Zeppelin 60. Emerson, Lake and Palmer is $19.99. Carlos Santana and Buddy Miles Live, $19.99. Uriah Heep, Sweet Freedom, $19.99. Boulez conducts Zappa, The Perfect Stranger, $39.99. And Todd Rundgren, A Wizard, A True Star. That is $19.99 for Todd Rundgren. $19.99, A Wizard, A True Star. Love Sculpture, Forms and Feelings, EX, $24.99. The Mary Lou Williams, I'll sell that to you for $40. It is sealed. I'll sell it to you for $40. I got a couple more box sets here. Howard Stern is cassettes. Crucified by the FCC, Howard Stern. That's a 2-cassette box, $9.99. Frank Sinatra, New York. Frank Sinatra, $19.99. That's a 4-CD and DVD. Also has a live DVD performance. $19.99 on Sinatra. Barry White, these are all CD box sets. Barry White, Just For You, 3-CD, $19.99. And Steely Dan, Citizen, 1972 to 1980, $29.99. 4-CD Steely Dan box. That's cool. Has the booklet with it. Steely Dan. Those are all available. Doc said sold on Mary Lou Williams. That's $40. Gary Samuels first on the Howard Stern. That's sold to Gary Samuels. Pete Weisgarber first on Frank Sinatra. Kerry Gibb was second. Joe Gabriel's at 65 on Led Zeppelin. Arm Lazelle wants Adam. I think that was for SD. Did SD autocorrect to Adam? Maybe. If so, that's so to Arm Lazelle. It looks like Tommy Flowers was second. His SD autocorrected to ST. And Barry White is still available, which was $19.99. Just for you. Just for you. Barry White. Okay. Yes, autocorrect. So Arm Lazelle did get Steely Dan. Update on Hotel California. Leslie Silverley's at $35. $35 on that. Led Zeppelin's now at $65 with Joe Gabriel. Hank Williams, In the Beginning, $19.99. These are all buy it now, best offer. Kenny and the Casuals, No Exit. That is sealed. Power Pop, sealed, $19.99. John Miller said $15 on Love Sculpture. This I will sell to you for $20, John Miller. $20 on that one. Jethro Tull, War Child, $19.99 on Jethro Tull, War Child. John Lennon, Plastic Ono Band. That is a 1970 USOG with the original inner sleeve. EX condition, $39.99. $39.99 for Plastic Ono Band. Sell John Miller Love Sculpture for $20. That's right here. Sell that to John Miller. John Lennon is $39.99. Final call on the Eagles and final call on Led Zeppelin. I'm about to sell those two. Eric Clapton, No Reason to Cry, $34.99 for Eric Clapton. And Danny Johnson and the Bandits. That is $14.99. Danny Johnson and the Bandits. Russell S. first to John Lennon. That's sold to Russell. And the Siegel Schwarl Band is $9.99. Siegel Schwarl Band, $9.99. Music, $14.99. Produced by Eddie Kramer is what it says. $14.99. Music self-titled. And Stone. Stone is $19.88. That's in the genre of metal. Gold stamp promo. Stone is $24.99. Gary's still in on Hotel California, so Leslie, you're out. We didn't get another bid on Led Zeppelin, so we're going to sell that to Joe Gabriel for $65. We just shared the link to our Facebook group. Make sure you're in our Facebook group. I'm posting pre-orders every day. There's a lot of really good stuff coming out. Make sure you get in early on those in case it's a limited edition pressing, because we usually get pretty good allocations, especially for music on vinyl. I know a lot of y'all order music, or some of y'all have ordered music on vinyl before through Amazon, and you never do get it because I think Amazon doesn't get as many limited music on vinyl pressings as we do. So that's what happened with the warrants, which is incredible. That's a good thing for a local small store like us. Some things, though, we don't get good allocations on, like the newest Metallic album. And that's the first time that's happened in a while. I could have sold over 200 of them probably, and we only got 32 of them. So that was really unfortunate. But everything else, we get really good allocations now because we order so much, and we've been doing it for several years consistently now. This one's sold pretty high originally. It's a non-payment though. This is a very, very nice copy of Led Zeppelin 4. We need a $75 start for this one, and that is less than what it sold for originally at auction. It's a really nice copy. I mean, just check out the obi. Gatefold. It's really, really nice. Insert, inner sleeve, vinyl, cover, obi. 75 on Led Zeppelin. High bid on Hotel California. High bid on Hotel California is at $40. $40. Jeff Beck, Shapes of Things. Jeff Beck is VG Plus $14.99. Country Joe and the Fish, Electric Music for the Mind and Body. That's a VG $14.99. And Pure Sound of the Purifies, James and Bobby. That's a VG $9.99. Pete Weisgarber's in on the Zeppelin 4. Robert Johnson gets the Jeff Beck. Robert Johnson on Jeff Beck. Let's see. We have Hotel California $41.41 and another $75 bid on Led Zeppelin. Queen, A Night at the Opera, VG condition. Classic Queen, though, just $14.99. Bohemian Rhapsody, of course, on that one. Let me grab another stack of CDs and books. Or no, they're all CDs, it looks like. Of the price CDs. Let's take a poll. I have a feeling they'll want to see. That is true. Well, we do have this box left up here. We have that box, and then we have more, and we have vinyl. We got a lot of stuff to get to tonight. Okay, these are pretty interesting. I never had seen these before. Some CD collectors may know what these are. They look really high quality. These are called Master Sounds. The first one I'm going to show you is Janis Joplin, $29.99, Master Sounds. These are also from that South Carolina collection, limited edition. They're like gold CDs, Janis Joplin Pearl. It has artwork and this flip open like this. And that's $29.99 for Janis Joplin Pearl. Has all the specs back here. Pure 24 karat gold reflective surface, SBM. I've got a bunch of these we're going to be selling tonight. Some that I think are really desirable. Matthew Knight gets Janis Joplin. Sell that to Matthew Knight. Let me go back up to the top, update everybody on our auctions. We had 75 on Led Zeppelin, 41 on Hotel California, 41 on Hotel California, 75 on Led Zeppelin. David Tate first to Queen. Kelly Cook second, then Terrell. David Johnson, 42. Jeff says whatever is metal. Jeff, I think, are you wanting to claim the Stone album, S-T-O-N-E? It's $24.99, 1988. If so, sell that to Jeff Hilton. Hotel California, 45. 76 on Led Zeppelin, now 80. Matthew got the Janis Joplin CD. Ted Nugent, Intensities in 10 Cities. VG Plus, $9.99. Brian Miller gets Janis Joplin Pearl. And Edgar Winter's White Trash is VG Plus $14.99. Onslaught, Power from Hell, that is VG $49.99. Oh, he's just requesting anything metal stuff. Gotcha. So we can put that back. That was miscue on my part. Joe Gabriel wants Nugent and Gary Samuels on Ted Nugent. So Stone is still available. Hotel California, David Johnson's the high bidder. No, Leslie's the high bidder at 45. Led Zeppelin's at 80. Okay, I've got two more of those Master Sound CDs, and then I've got, after that, 2-3 really desirable ones. These are just $19.99. We got Sly and the Family Stone, Master Sound, Sly and the Family Stone. That's $19.99. Stand, and Loggins and Messina Sitting In. Loggins and Messina Sitting In. That is $19.99. So two more of those, Master Sound. I just discogs these. You'll find that there's not a lot listed in the United States, and those are very competitive prices. John gets Sly and he gets Loggins, and I've just sold Janis Joplin. There's a couple I've got that are sealed, I believe. I'm about to sell these two auctions, so if you're done bidding, please let me know. Dire Straits, how is this still here? EX, $29.99. The vinyl's EX, the cover's VG because it does have some writing and some noticeable wear on it. That's EX, $29.99. The Story of the Who, 2LP Polydor, VG 1999. The Onslaught, does it have the lyric insert? Is it US or UK? John Mincemoyer, this says 1985. I do not see a lyric insert. No lyric insert. The vinyl is VG. It is a US pressing, $49.99. Gregory, we've already sold Stone. David's on Hotel. Vicky wants the Midnight Special. That's actually a DVD, Vicky. The Midnight Special was a DVD. Midnight Special was DVD. But if you still want it, that's $4.99. No case. That's not the original case. It's not a Blu-ray. It's just a loose disc. It's like neither. I wish I knew who's on it. I'm sure the original case told. Okay, let's see here. Hotel California. David's out. So let's sell Hotel California to Leslie Silverly for $45. I'll lay that there. And we'll sell Pete Weisgarber that for $80. Pete, I saw your question earlier. I have not got to listen to Ace Frehley. I'll try to tonight. Lonnie Mack, Whatever's Right. VG Plus $19.99. Lonnie Mack, Whatever's Right. VG Plus $19.99. And Madman Across the Water. VG Plus $24.99. Original label. Wow. VG, I know there for a while it's like we couldn't ever get enough of those. I guess I finally sold everyone who wanted one, but I haven't really hyped it up in a long time. But okay, these are all $9.99 each. We got Volume 3, Volume 2, and Volume 4. Let me get those in order. Volume 2, Volume 3, Volume 4. Those are all $9.99. One of them's marked a promo, and that's Bessie Smith, The Complete Recordings, Volume 2, Volume 3, Volume 4. Mike Vandergits said he'll take it. Mike, let me know if I can find Volume 1, I'll let you know. Whoever gets these, which I think Mike's going to get all of them, those $9.99 each. And then if I find Volume 1, we got like 50 boxes of CDs in the back. So I'm sure Volume 1's back there somewhere. Mike says he'll take all three. $9.99, $9.99, and $9.99. I got more Japanese auctions to put up. Let me grab another handful of stuff over here, including some of the master sounds. And then I got some really cool cassettes. And I don't know a lot about these, but I got some autographed like basketball books, like for some coaches, famous coaches. So, all right, let's do. This is sealed. Bruce Springsteen, Born to Run, $29.99. And the case isn't sealed. The disc comes sealed. Let me see if I can get that where I can show it to you. That is sealed. Bruce Springsteen, Born to Run, $29.99. That's sold to John Young. We have Stevie Ray Vaughan. This is $29.99. Couldn't Stand the Weather, $29.99. SRV, Couldn't Stand the Weather. Master Sound. Carole King, The Collection, 3 CD, 38 tracks. Carole King's is $14.99. 3 CDs, 48 tracks, $14.99. And the Hip Hop Box. This is a hip hop compilation, $19.99. It starts with Sugar Hill Gang. It has all the way from 50 Cent, Dr. Dre, Tupac, Busta Rhymes, $19.99 on that. That's a pretty cool packaging too. Looks like a DJ's table. All right, let's get all these tagged. If John has books sold, let me go back. I'll get caught up on those in just a second. First, John Young gets the Bruce. John Young gets Stevie Ray Vaughan. Calvin was second. Michael was third. Stevie was fourth. Jeff McMaster first on hip hop. Ryan second, then Vicky, then Doc, then Rob. And that leaves Carole King. No claim on Carole. 3 CD. Ooh, one of the discs has popped out. Put that in there. It's these three out. It's Tapestry, Music, and Really Rosie. That's what that is. It's those 3 CDs. That's sold to Pete Weisgarber. Debbie was second. Okay, now earlier we got 2 bids. First one says if John has books sold. That was Elton John, Sam. And then before that, Brittany has an offer for $15. This does have the lyric book. And I think this is what Sam's talking about. This is an original US Uni. The vinyl's VG Plus. Nice cover though. And Sam, I think, is wanting this at $24.99. So Brittany, if you want it for $24.99, you can have it because you were first. If not, it goes to Sam Markham. And then between all that, Jim Engelman offered $35 for the Onslaught. Jim, let's make that. It is a VG copy. Let me find that though. What happened to you, Onslaught? Let's see. Jim, A $5 bump, and I'll sell that to you. $40 for Onslaught. $40 for Onslaught. And Carol King is so. Brittany passed. So I think Markham wants that. And that, if he says yes, $40 on that. Jim said so, 40 on Onslaught. Okay, I got 2 more master sounds. These are, according to Discogs, 2 of the more better ones. First is $49.99. $49.99 for Boston, self-titled. $49.99 for Boston, self-titled. And the other one is $39.99. $39.99, and that's Aerosmith Toys in the Attic. Aerosmith Toys in the Attic. And these are all pristine. Those are all pristine. All right, so we've got Gregory Griffin Stone is already... Oh, you're offering $15 for Stone, not Sly Stone we had earlier, or Sly and the Family Stone. Gregory, I'll take $20 for that. I'll do that. I'll do that for $20. $20 on that one. John Young was first to Boston. Jeff McMaster second. Then Calvin, Jeff McMaster first on Aerosmith. So John Young got Boston. Jeff McMaster got Aerosmith. Let me read through those titles one more time. Let me read through those one more time. We have Stone, unless Gregory gets it for $20. Roy Buchanan, Poco, Paul Simon, Boss Skaggs, Emerson, Lake and Palmer, Loggins and Messina, Emerson, Lake and Palmer, Buddy Miles, Uriah Heep, Boulay Conduct Zappa, Todd Rundgren, Hank Williams, Kenny and the Casuals, Jethro Tull, Clapton, Danny Johnson, Siegel Schwarl, Music. Gregory Griffin said he'll take Stone for $20. That's so did Gregory Griffin. Country Joe and the Fish, Edgar Winter's White Trash, Pure Sounds of the Purifies, Dire Straits, The Who, and Lonnie Mack. Did I get John? Other person was for reduced price. Yes, you got Elton John, Sam Markham. Elton John was sold to you for $24.99, VG plus condition. I really need a copy of Korn. See you on the other side. Anybody want to get rid of one? Very frustrated. Korn, see you on the other side. I don't think that's in print. Santana, Buddy Miles, live, and White Trash for $20. Let's see here. That Jeff McIntosh. Let me see what we've got on those. That would be $25 for both if you want those, Jeff McIntosh. $25 for both of those. Next is Uriah Heep, How Much and Condition. That is Carol Puckett. Uriah Heep is where at? Where are you, Uriah Heep? This is Sweet Freedom. It's no condition notes on it, $19.99. How much is Dire Straits? That's EX $29.99, self-titled. The Jethro Tull was War Child, $19.99. Dire Straits pressing and insert. No insert. No insert. It's this label, if that helps you out any. I don't have any other pressing details on it. It does have the original, no insert, but it has the original inner sleeve, if that's what you're looking for. No insert, but it does have the original inner sleeve. And Jeff said $22.99. Sell those to Jeff for $23. Carol Puckett said, thanks. Carol Puckett said, thanks. Okay, let me step over here and get some new cassettes that we've priced for tonight. I'm going to go through some of these very quickly. And before we bring up a new crate of vintage stuff and I put up new auctions. Boy, that's a big Red Bull. Are you drinking that?
Okay.
Thanks for joining us. We're right in the middle of a very intense show. Russell S. said sold on Dire Straits. That's sold to Russell S. Price on The Who. Gregory Griffin, The Who, The Story of The Who, is a VG copy for $19.99. Okay, here's some cassettes I've got for you. Body Count, $14.99. Most of these are original. Body Count, $14.99. AC/DC, Blow Up Your Video, $4.99. Kid Rock, Devil Without a Cause, $9.99. Eazy-E, that is Straight Off the Street, $19.99. Eazy-E, Straight Off the Street. Metallica, Kill 'Em All, $19.99. Metallica, Kill 'Em All. And then we got a couple other hip-hop here. That DOS EFX, Generation EFX, that's $14.99. J.O. Felony is $19.99. And Nos I Am, that is $29.99. Nos I Am, $29.99. Some of those were kind of surprising. Plus, we found that one that was like $500. I'll show it in just a second. We sold Dire Straits. Let's see here. I thought I saw something else. Gregory Griffin wants the Who. Story of the Who is sold to Gregory Griffin. Does Body Count have Cop Killer? I don't think. No, that's yes, it does. Yes, it does. So let me know if you want that, Jim Engelman. Rob Scheffler first on KR. That's Kid Rock. Rob Scheffler gets Kid Rock. Ryan Anderson first on Easy E. Gregory got the Who. I've already pulled that. Jeff McMaster next on Easy E. Gus was 3. Ryan Anderson first on Nos. Gary Samuels, you were second on Kid Rock. And Gregory Griffin said KTA sold. Let me figure out what that is. Body Count is possibly sold to... who asked about that? Jim Engelman. And that leaves AC/DC, Metallica, DOS, EFX, and J.O. Felony. Take a ride. Jim Engelman said he will take it. Those are all stickered on the back. Those are what's left. AC/DC, Metallica, and those other 2. All right, let me grab a new crate. Oh, I got another handful here. Let me go ahead and do these before they fall over. We have Base Outlaws, Illegal Base, $4.99. Mystical, Unpredictable is $4.99. The DOC, Helter Skelter, is $4.99. And Nirvana, Smells Like Teen Spirit, $9.99. That's a cassette single. Even in his youth, previously unreleased. Nirvana is $9.99. $9.99. Jim said sold on that one. Metallica KTA, Kill 'Em All. That's sold. Got it. That's sold to Gregory Griffin. Ryan Anderson on MY. That's Mystical. That's sold to Ryan Anderson. Gary Samuels wants the Nirvana. That was $9.99. Eric Self was second. And Gus C on the DOC. Did you bring us any food?
No, I'm actually looking for my hat.
Your hat is at my house. AC/DC, Base Outlaws, DOS, EFX, and J.O. Felony is all still available. April shows up after not being here for 6 months, and all she's wanting is free stuff. Too bad. Why don't you have a voice?
Do you want me to go get food before I leave?
Possibly. Okay. Let me grab a new crate. Somebody asked about the Country Joe. Ronald Vetta. Country Joe and the Fish is a VG copy for $14.99. Country Joe and the Fish is a VG copy for $14.99. There's lots of people saying "Hey April" on there. If you want to acknowledge those, we trade food for records. Pete W says "Hey April, go Yankees."
Yes.
That might cause some problems. It is baseball season. Okay, we have a 12-inch single. This is from that non-payment stuff. This is Cyndi Lauper, Girls Just Want to Have Fun. Cyndi Lauper, Girls Just Want to Have Fun. That's in shrink wrap. That's a 12-inch single in shrink wrap of Obi. That's a $25 start. $25 start for Cyndi Lauper. Let me grab another crate to go back through and do Buy It Now Best Offer. We will do this one. I don't know what's in it, but we got some more stuff to show up here before we head to the back. So we'll keep putting up some new auctions. And from this non-payment. Okay, here's a Beetle 67 to 70, which I know we're always looking for because we always have the red ones. 67 to 70 is going to be a $45 start. The Beetle 67 to 70. The vinyl is near mint and pristine. It's 2 LPs. There's one. There's LP number 2, near mint and pristine. We have both original inner sleeves and no other inserts than that. So just the 2 inner sleeves with the lyrics. It is a nice cover, gatefold and Obi. That's a $45 start. We'll do these. Buy It Now Best Offer. Let me go grab another handful of stuff over here. Let me go do another handful of stuff. I think we're getting near the bottom. And then I'm going to do a recap of all of our extra type stuff we've had tonight. Sure. Let me put in my order. I'll take a... let me think on it for just a second. I've got people wanting to buy stuff right now. Cinderella, Long Cold Winter. Cinderella is $6.99, Long Cold Winter. Sting, 10 Summoner's Tales. I like this song, If I Ever Lose My Faith in You. That's a good one from this one. Sting is $4.99. Original case because it has a hop sticker. That has the hop sticker on it. Joan Jett and the Black Hearts, Up Your Alley, $4.99 for Joan Jett. Billy Idol, Charmed Life. Billy Idol is also $4.99. Green Jelly, Serial Killer soundtrack. Serial Killer soundtrack. That is $4.99. And Gin Blossoms, New Miserable Experience. Gin Blossoms is $4.99. And Slaughter, The Wildlife. Slaughter is $6.99 for Slaughter. Back up to the top. We have David Tate first on Cinderella. We have Ryan Anderson second. Michelle third. Brian C. fourth. Arm Lazelle wants Sting. I wish that was out on vinyl. They need to put that back into print. John Duran was down the list there on Cinderella. Ryan Anderson first to Joan Jett. Chris Gardner first on Billy Idol. Then Arm Lazelle. Then Kelly Cook. Michael Grind first on the Green Jelly. Michael Grind first to that. Then Brian C. And then David Tate on Slaughter. David Tate on Slaughter. And we have, the only thing left is Gin Blossoms. The only thing left is Gin Blossoms. I'll show that again. And there's another Billy Idol, but I'm not going to do that one right now. All right. Here we go. Let's see what's in this crate. More music from The Man from U.N.C.L.E. VG Plus $19.99. The covers in shrink wrap. Covers in shrink wrap. VG Plus $14.99. Split Ends. Waita. I don't know how to say that. VG Plus $9.99. That is a gold stamp promo. Grand Funk. Grand Funk is VG Plus on the vinyl, $14.99. Green Capital label, VG Plus $14.99 on Grand Funk. Pure Prairie League, Bustin' Out, VG copy. This one has Amy on it. Tan RCA label, VG $9.99. Russell S on Waita. That's sold to Russell S. The Rolling Stones, Big Hits, High Tide, and Green Grass. Red Mono, VG, $19.99. That is a 66 Monarch Mono. 66 Monarch Mono. Kelly Cook first on Pure Prairie League. Bob Riger first on Grand Funk. Mel Webster, you were second. And Terrell Boatnight on the Stones. That only leaves The Man from U.N.C.L.E. That only leaves The Man from U.N.C.L.E.
Where do you want food from?
I'm making progress. I'm pulling the credit card out. Let me think some more, though. Excuse me. The Challengers, Where Were You in the Summer of '62? That's a promo label, VG Plus $14.99 on Fantasy. It is a promo label. It says DJ copy not for sale. The Challengers, Where Were You in the Summer of '62? I was not alive yet. VG Plus $14.99. Wild About Marty. Marty Wild. That is EX $19.99. It's a 61 promo. The bottom seam does have a split on it. EX $19.99. Emmett Rhodes, The American Dream. That's EX $24.99. 71 Pittman reissue. And The Now. The Now is VG Plus $9.99. The Now. The Now. Okay, these are buy it nows. No bids on these. Let's do the Beatles for $45. A 67 to 70 comp for just $45. $45. And Cyndi Lauper, Girls Just Want to Have Fun. If anybody wants that $25 buy it now. I'm going to mute my mic for 1 second while I put in my food order so y'all don't know what it is. Okay. And you can order whatever you want. You can order whatever you want. And Jake and Tanner. Food's on me. Okay.
I'm getting a cheesesteak back. How many do you want it?
All right. Let me get back to here. Sorry, I had to put in a food order. Had someone willing to put in for food. So I was like, okay. That was April. Thank you. She's left to go get my food. It's a private order. Can't let y'all know what it is until later. Matt Stafford, first on the Beatles at 45. Floyd, you were second. Russell S. was third. Taco Bell and Cherry Limeade. Not quite. Let's see here. We get. I missed anything else? Okay. We have Walk the Moon. Walk the Moon is $14.99, has a press kit with it. Walk the Moon. Fleetwood Mac Rumors, VG Plus, $24.99. Fleetwood Mac Rumors, that's a VG Plus $24.99, a 77 Jacksonville press. Flash in the Pan Early Morning Wake Up Call, that's a VG Plus $9.99. And George Harrison 33 1/3, $24.99 on George Harrison 33 1/3. Okay, so here's the only two cassettes left from earlier. Gin Blossoms was $4.99, New Miserable Experience, and Billy Idol Cyberpunk. What year did that one come out? 93. I bet that's hard to find on vinyl. Cyberpunk is also $4.99. And then the other hip-hop and rap from earlier was J.O. Felony, DOS DFX, and Bass Outlaws, Illegal Bass. Caution, ultra-low bass may damage speakers. There's tonight's nudity. Those are all $4.99. Kelly Cook first to Billy Idol. Kelly Cook first to Billy Idol, and then Tracy, then Vicky, then Aram Lazelle. All right, so that's, I think, the only cassettes that have not sold tonight. And then I got the CD box sets, and we'll go through those again in one more second because there's still some great CD box sets, and I've got them all priced. Under market. That's all the ones I have done for tonight. We've sold everything. There's no more on the counter, is there? Not really. No. Well, there is, but I don't think y'all would want them. I've got a bunch of singles, cassette singles. Not like Nirvana, there are other artists. We may auction those in lots. Ray Stevens, The Feeling's Not Right Again. Ray Stevens is $9.99. Country Comes to Carnegie Hall. Roy Clark, Freddie Fender, Hank Thompson, and Don Williams. That's in shrink wrap, $19.99. These are all buy it now best offer. Kenny Rogers, Kenny, that's $9.99. Shrink wrap and hop sticker. Kenny Rogers, Love Will Turn You Around with the 6-pack movie hop sticker, $9.99. Kenny Rogers. Classic Rich, Charlie Rich, that's $9.99. Herbie Mann and Bill Evans Trio, Nirvana, that's a VG copy for $16.99. It's a 64 stereo. The Best of John Mayall, that is $24.99. The Best of John Mayall, $24.99. Mo Bandy and Joe Stampley's Greatest Hits, featuring Just Good Old Boys. Sealed, $14.99. Kelly Bagwell wants John Mayall. Tanner, that one didn't have a sticker on it. I said $24.99 for that one. Loretta Lynn, I Want to Be Free. Loretta is $9.99. Lester Flatt, Rollin'. Lester Flatt, $9.99. Papa John Creech, Filthy. Papa John Creech is $9.99. Terrell Boatnight wants the Mo Bandy. That's so did Terrell Boatnight. A la carte, Triumvirate, $14.99. Let me see what else I got over here in this stack of cassettes and CDs, and I've got some books. I don't know if anybody know who these people are. I'll auction them. This may not be the format for it. And then let me grab some of these cassette singles, and we'll just sell them off in lots, I guess. There's just random cassette singles over here. We'll see how they do. Lou Henson, winning at Illinois. I believe he was a basketball coach at the University of Illinois, right? Lou Henson? I don't know. What are we doing here? We're selling autographed books. Lou Henson, winning at Illinois, is autographed. Chris was the guy we got these records from. It was great working with you. I wish you much success. Lou Henson, 1996. $20 start. Lou Henson, winning at Illinois. $20 start on that. $20 start on that. And I've got some cassettes here. What do we have here? These are all cassette singles. Live, as in like live throwing copper. That's live. Ace of Base. 69 Boys. Cover Girls. Tim McGraw. Short Man. Michael W. Smith. And the Shoop Song by Cher. Those are all cassette singles. That entire stack there for a $7 start. $5 start. That's more round. $5 start on that. That's the other cassettes that was left. Good Night Tonight, Wings. That is $14.99. Good Night Tonight. Back to the Egg, Paul McCartney and Wings, $24.99. Jane Eyre and the Belvederes. Jane Eyre and the Belvederes. That's $19.99. The Fabulous Wailers at the Castle. The Wailers is $24.99. That's a 1984 reissue. The Fabulous Wailers at the Castle. John Duran is at $7 on this stack of cassettes. Pete Weisgarber on McCartney, Back to the Egg. That's sold to Pete Weisgarber. What do we have here? $24.99. This was, I have to always check the label. I've had it before. Maybe I have to check the spine. It is Dementia 13. Dementia 13, $24.99. Let's Do Deck, Say No More, Say No More. Let's Do Deck is $14.99. Another Let's Do Deck, that is self-titled, $14.99. Graham Nash and David Crosby, $19.99 on Graham Nash and David Crosby. Rick is $21. Ricky Nelson, $14.99 on Ricky Nelson. Elliot Murphy, Night Lights. Elliot Murphy is $9.99. Liz Damon's Orient Express, that is sealed for $19.99. Contraband, Nothing to Hide. Contraband is $24.99. Crane is $14.99. Crane is $14.99. That is a orange capital label. Incredible Bongo Machine, Acid Rain, $49.99. Incredible Bongo Machine, Acid Rain. 95 North presents Primetime, Still of the Night. That's also $49.99. Frank Sinatra Trilogy, $34.99 on Frank Sinatra Trilogy. And Jay and the Americans, Early American Hits, $9.99. Final call on the cassette singles, Live, Ace of Base, Shares in there, Tim McGraw. We got those for $7 to John Duran. That's going twice, going 3 times. And I don't know if anybody's interested in a Lou Henson autograph book, but that's a $20 starter. I'll make it a buy it now. Crawler is $14.99. We have Trouble in School, Private Lines. Trouble in School is $9.99. Sinatra, A Man and His Music. Sinatra is $24.99. A Man and His Music, 2 LP. The Blue Sky Boys, Bill and Earl Bollock. That is sealed, $19.99. Blue Sky Boys. The Producers, You Make the Heat. The Producers is $9.99. Paul Revere and the Raiders, $12.99. Can I see the Contraband one more time? You can. Contraband. Contraband, not Crawler, not Crane. Contraband. It has a promo strip on the front, gold stamp promo on the back. That is called Contraband, Nothing to Hide. That's on the portrait label from 1978. Got that for $24.99. John Stevens on PR. That's probably for Paul Revere. Sell that to John Stevens. And the Cyndi Lauper is Girls Just Want to Have Fun. This is from She's So Unusual. That's a 12-inch Japanese single. And that's the B-side is Fun with Kutson, instrumental. That's a $25 buy it now. John Stevens don't want Paul Revere. He wants the Producers. He wants the Producers. All right. Did I get Lynn and Flat? My feet is freezing. Lynn and Flat. Terrell Boat Night. I didn't see those claims. Lynn and Flat. There was a Loretta Lynn in here, and I'm pretty sure there is a Flat, as in a Lester Flat. So, no, they're still available. Let me pull those for you. Those are sold to Terrell Boat Night. Sell these cassettes for $7 to John Duran. Those cassettes are sold for $7 to John Duran, that lot there. And if anybody wants this Lou Henson book, that's a $20 buy it now. Winning at Illinois. Autographed in the front. The Ascenders. The Ascenders is $9.99. We have Ray Gomez volume. These are all buy it now best offer, $12.99 on Ray Gomez. Wayne Fontana is $9.99. Mark Farner, that is sealed, $19.99. Soundtrack recordings from the film, Jimi Hendrix. Wow, how did this not sell the first go around? $34.99, Jimi Hendrix, $34.99. There's 3 Hendrix here back to back. We have Jimi Hendrix, The Cry of Love. That's a German version with the font actually on the cover, $39.99. And The Internal Fire of Jimi Hendrix, that is $24.99. 3 Hendrixes there. 3 Hendrixes there, all still available. I'm just going to lay those out for right now. Mackenzie Spring Suite, $14.99 for Mackenzie Spring. The B-Boys Stick-Up Kid, $9.99, 12-inch single. Live, Elvin Bishop, Raising Hell, that is $19.99. The Greg Allman Band, Playing Up a Storm. Greg Allman Band is $19.99. Live and Strong, Bad Vultures. That is from 1996, $29.99. Copperhead is $19.99. No interest on the Hendrix, not even a bundle deal. I'll make it happen if somebody wants them. Brittany Bragg said $15 on Dementia 13. Dementia 13. Sell that to Brittany Bragg. Brittany, I'll do that for $18. $3 bump on that one. I've got it at $24.99. I'll do $18 on that one if you want. Of course, those two are sold to Terrell. Let me do some condensing over here and show you some of the box sets that are left. These are all CDs. Just one more time before we put them on our shelf here. Before we put these on our shelf and put them out in the store. We got Chip Hall wanting the Jimmy Bundle price. Chip, I'll sell those to you. We've got it for, we've got those for $25, $40, and $35. I'll do $20, $30, and $30. That's $10, $15. That's $20 off. That's $30, $60, $80. $30, $60, $80 on those 3 Hendrix. $30, $60, $80 on those. Next is Fabulous Whalers, Tommy Flowers. That was back here somewhere, I think. Let me find that. Sell that to him for $17, Tommy Flowers. David Johnson, Ray Stevens for $7. Let me find that. Ray Stevens, that's the one where he is in shrink wrap. He was sitting behind a piano right here. Sell that to David for $7. Brittany Bragg, I'm going to lay that next. Dementia 13 for $18. Kelly Bagwell wants the Greg Allman. And we'll see if Chip Hall wants these as a bundle deal for $80, $30, $30, and $20. So I'm going to leave those right there for right now. So here is what's left in these CD box sets. The Marvin Gaye collection is $39.99. Marvin Gaye collection. If I can get the lid off. 4 CD with booklet. Looks unused. $39.99. This is the more expensive one of the night. Charles Mingus, the complete debut recordings. 12 disc. That's why it's $89.99. $89.99. Charles Mingus, the complete debut recordings. Crosby, Stills, and Nash is $24.99. Crosby, Stills, and Nash, $24.99. That was a 4 CD set with booklet. 4 CD set with booklet. Duke Ellington is a promo for promotional use only, $19.99. Beyond category, Duke Ellington, that was 3 CDs. Eric Clapton Crossroads, 4 CDs with booklet. That was $24.99. And then this is a monster too. 8 CDs, 203 songs, Atlantic Rhythm and Blues, 1947 to 74. That is $59.99. Those are all CD box sets. Okay, he said no on the bundle. Chip's going to pass. So sell Fred Carnell the soundtrack for $30. That's sold to Fred for $30. Is Contraband the band name or the title? Both. Arm Lozelle said McKendree Spring for $15. Sell that to Arm Lozelle for $15. Is Marvin a complete discog or does anybody know? This Marvin Gaye collection is, I don't think it's his complete works. I think it's based on the image, and I think from what I looked at, it looked like mostly earlier stuff. It has, well, see, it has 20 top 20s, all of his duets, rare, live, and unreleased, and the Ball Leader. The Balladeer. Balladeer, B-A-L-L-A-D-E-E-R. The font threw me off there. I was like, what is the Ball Leader? Let's see here. Okay, anybody else? Anybody else on those right there? Or you feel free to make an offer, especially on a couple of those more pricier ones. I'm just going to put those over here on our bookcase shelving with our vinyl box set. Let me lay that there. Let me clear up everything else. So we've went through all the Japanese stuff that did not sell except for this stack over here. I'm going to try these one more time as buy it nows or best offer from all that non-payment stuff. When the show first went live, we had a ton of non-payment stuff. Here's what's left with that. Cyndi Lauper, Girls Just Want to Have Fun. That was $25. Hall & Oates was a $30 buy it now. Dire Straits, Stay on These Roads, and Walk of Life. Those are $9.99 and $9.99. And then we had the Beatles Love Songs. The Beatles Love Songs was a $35 buy it now. And the Rolling Stones High Tide and Green Grass was a $45 buy it now. $45 buy it now. So here's the schedule for the rest of the night. When my food gets back, we'll probably go ahead and take a break because this cart has to be rolled to the back anyway. So when my food returns, we'll probably take a quick break so we can eat and refresh. And then the rest of the night, we'll do buy it now, best offer in the back. But until then, I'll keep showing you stuff up here. I got a couple offers on some box sets, and I'm going to take them. Floyd offered 30 for Marvin Gaye, and we got a bid of $20 on Clapton. We're going to sell both of those. Let's do a Floyd, Marvin Gaye for 30. That's sold to Floyd Furman. Terry Westwood, I'll sell you Eric Clapton for 20. Wow, 4 CDs and book, $20. I feel like that's just a deal. Tracy McFadden wants the Beatles. Tracy, do you want the, I guess there was only one, wasn't it? Yeah, $35 on the Beatles love songs. That was a deal. And then Debbie Blair offered 20 for CSN, and I think I had $24.99 on that. And Paul, we've just sold the Beatles. Let me make sure I got $24.99 on this. I do. Sell that to Debbie for 20. Stones for 30, no counter. I got to have 45 for that one. The buy it nows were the Rolling Stones, $45. Hall & Oates is 30. Cyndi Lauper is 25. Cyndi Lauper is Girls Just Want to Have Fun. Hall & Oates is 30. Rolling Stones is 45. Then we had Aha and Dire Straits. $35 to Tracy McFadden. Okay. So yeah, I think it's best if we go ahead and pause. We got to take the card anyway to the back and get it set up, especially with my hotspot. Your internet would probably jump anyway. I know it's early to be taking a break, but we did start at 7. We actually started on time tonight. And we have not took a break all week. We've went nonstop stream. So when we come back, I've got more Japanese auctions I've got reduced prices on, and I've got about a half of a crate. I've got about a half of a crate of new stuff we've never ran. And then what we'll do is in the back, we'll go through bins, buy it now, best offer. We'll be back sometime around 9:30 or 9:45, and then we'll go as late as y'all can stick with us. It's Saturday night. You don't have anything else to do, right, Tanner? They have nothing else to do, Jake. Nothing else to do except buy records. And we have nothing else to do except sell them. So we'll pause there for tonight. I've got to eat my Sonic. Y'all know that. So thanks, everybody. Be back in about 30 or 45 minutes. Please come back, and we'll sell you records. See you then.